Remastered and name the character. To Bat Honey, looks to be an anonymous donator. Thank you for the donation. And another $4 towards Wizardry, the Knight of Diamonds, also to name the character. In this case, it'll be DMDF. Thank you again so much for that donation. We'll have the FF seasonal randomizer up for you shortly.
Greetings, RGL chat and viewers across Twitch. Welcome to Boss Battle Against Child Hunger. I am pleased and honored to be your host for our next game of this marathon, which will be Final Fantasy Randomizer Mystic Quest. Glad to see everyone. We're going to be dealing with a flag set here that is the brainchild of one Trenton GL, a fellow Twitch streamer and Mystic Quest rando enthusiast. We've got some really cool things about this flag set. Most notably, it is considered to be expert flags. We're dealing with expert logic. We're going to have scaled up boss stats and enemy stats. In addition, we're going to be dealing with both overworld and dungeon shuffle. So the estimate is 2 hours, and I should be getting on my way if I'm going to meet that. We have a lot to cover here. Hope y'all enjoy, and let's get it going. We're going to be starting in Fireburg, and let's see what we have here today. There are seeds available for purchase here, but we don't have any gold yet. This is the inn. Oh, we got to do it. We got to see what tune plays here. As you can tell, music is randomized. Yeah, it just screams adventure. Looks like we have an ally here. I will take Ruben. So we have our game info screen here. There's going to be some cool stuff studied here. We have quests enabled. So the spells and the numbers there correspond to which level our ally will learn that spell and be able to use it. And these quests can be completed to level up our allies. So these are things we're going to have to be looking for here. If I find a refresher chest, I might want to just exit out and then spam them to obtain Kaylee's first quest there. Tristan will be getting exited and White at level 7. That's really good. Defeat Dullahan. That's kind of a pain. Dullahan is one of the more intimidating bosses, especially in Randomizer. These Ruben quests don't look too bad. Things to think about. Okay, we have the Thunder Rock for sale here. I'm going to have to remember that. We have the Lava Dome here. And we have some red chests here at this boss. There's no way we're defeating this boss yet, as stats are scaled up. And there are no random enemy encounters here. There are only boss monsters and battlefields. That's a hype find. That's going to open up some progression for us, that bomb. So your only method of leveling up for your character in this flag set is battlefields. Venus Key and Aegis Shield. Venus Key gets us 2 locked chest checks. The Aegis Shield is very important for endgame as it offers stone protection. Very underrated music in this game. It's just a banger soundtrack. Speaking of banger, that is an item that can do a lot for us early. I am glad to find the Mega Grenade early. I've had many practice seeds where several hours went by without a Mega Grenade. As you can see, finding that early bomb allows us to explore this area. So yes, it's really nice having no random encounters, but it's a bit of a double-edged sword. Wow, look at that armor. The Moon Helmet gives us fire protection, which is huge, and Gaia's armor gives us a number of status protections. And ironically, we find the Noble armor, which is the Tier 1 armor, after the Tier 2 armor, which is the Gaia armor. We'll need a Dragon Claw to continue exploring there. No exits to FL means I'm going to be having to do quite a bit of walking. Usually these seeds end up being quite a jaunt in this flag set. Quick shout out to our RGL crew here. Thank you so much for everything you're doing behind the scenes. I know you've been very busy for this marathon. I have certainly enjoyed it. Thank you so much. And we need a sword to get in here, which we do not have. Do I want to try Medusa? I don't think so. Not with scaled up boss stats. You want to save often in this rando, especially with encounters on, because you can get into some trouble. Wow. That's not as good as the Moon Helm, but it's off the list of items now. There's refreshers here. Okay, now see, what I could do is come right back in here. And now those refreshers have respawned. So we're going to collect on these until we complete that Kaylee quest that we saw. This is kind of what I was hoping for. Another really good find in a box like this that's close to an entrance and respawns is the seeds. And the seeds can be very nice because they will restore your magic charges. And if you don't have an inn or anywhere available early that sells the seeds, that can make all the difference. I believe we needed 18 of these for Kaylee's quest. So we're getting 3 per check. That's going to be, if my math is correct. Dare I do math on Twitch? To quote Triton GL himself, don't do math on Twitch, it never ends well. But I believe it should be 6 checks. And there we go. So when we're able to find Kaylee now, she will be at her tier 2 level, which I believe is maybe level 13. Okay, well, we don't have many options right now. We don't have a sword. It looks like we might have to take that boss fight, which means I need to take some battlefield first. So I'm not going into that boss fight at level 1, even with the Mega Grenades. And as you can see, our battlefield amount is limited to 3. So this is one of the more challenging aspects of this flag set, is you really have to be smart with your leveling, knowing you only have battlefields. And when you defeat the last battlefield, if you gain experience from it, and it's more experience than what you need to level up, you will level up twice. And that can be very beneficial if you can check your status screen and see how much experience you have, and then decide, well, maybe I should try to take another battlefield encounter so I can get a double level up out of this one. Take more explosives early. This is our main form of damage right now. That's going to be really nice. Flare is the strongest magic in the game, meaning it has the highest damage multiplier. It does have a fire element attached to it though, and some enemies will resist fire. I'm going to take all these boxes I can get early, because we might need them. We don't know what spells we might or might not find yet. We picked that up. With entrance shuffle, you really have to make sure that you're checking your entrances and exits. They can get really convoluted. Yeah, if we had a Dragon Claw, we could get to that middle staircase there, but we don't have that yet. Alright, I guess what we need to do now is we need to go and fight that boss enemy. I was hoping to possibly find something else, but... it's a very linear start. There are 3 red boxes here, so this is required. This is why I took Ruben over Phoebe. Ruben will usually do more damage than her to this boss. We should have this. See, if we were still level 1, then that Quake would have been unsurvivable for me. So that early battlefield made a big difference here. And the Earth Crystal is restored, hooray! The people of Foresta will return to their normal age. And because of that crystal, that was one of Ruben's quests. He is now leveled up. And we have our progression in the sand coin. Let's go. Also, shout out to Wildham, who is the lead dev of this randomizer. They've really turned this into everything I always dreamed of Mystic Quest randomizer being, after picking up on the project where Abyssanim left off. So, Wildham, you've outdone yourself. You've made an extremely enjoyable and robust randomizer experience. You, sir, are awesome. We're going to try this battlefield, and Ruben's going to go ahead and take a swat at himself because he's confused. We're getting unexpected attacked here. That means our agility is low. Or the enemy agility is high. These enemies have spooky laugh, which confuses us. Okay, good. So I'll be saving for any battlefield, as we do not know what enemies might be there. There's the multi-key. That gets us a check in Fireburg. I should go do that right now. Before it gets us lost in the shuffle. Technically, we don't need more refreshers. The refresher is kind of a fluff item. It's not really widely used in vanilla. Most people don't even know what it does. So the multi-key will open this door. And we'll get an item here. Nice. That gets us a warp, I believe, here. And we should now be in Windia, which gives us even more checks. So we have progression to the Sun Coin area of the map without the Sun Coin. There's a charm for sale here. That's kind of meh. That's the lowest tier garment item. Excuse me, not garment. Jewelry. Okay, we know that the Thunder Rock was for sale in Fireburg, so once I get enough gold, we can use that here. That should get us a path to Spencer's Cave, which will be needed to dislodge the ship and sail to the Doom Castle to finish this loop. That was the charm. This should be the ship dock warp. There's a charm claw. That's an upgrade. Okay, here's the ship dock. This is vanilla. That's good. I won't have to seek that out. Okay, now we are on this side of the map. We've got a bunch of new areas to check here. This is where we recruit Tristram. I'm not sure I want him yet. He could be required, as each companion will give you an item at a specific location, as they would in vanilla, if you're able to access that area with them. In Tristram's case, that would be in the Bone Dungeon, where you obtain your first bomb. Hoping to find some seeds here. This event was originally planned to be a Final Fantasy Randomizer showcase, but my crew got busy and I was left solo, so I decided, well, let's throw this up here. Also, here's Norma. The run is validated when you find Norma. And it looked like there was a Pazuzu sighting there on the first floor. Pazuzu can be on any one of the 6 floors in his tower. And in vanilla, that makes a huge difference for speedrunning. In Randomizer, not so much. Okay, so that loops back around to the first floor. There's no way I'm even talking to Pazuzu yet. make a quick note of that location there. Here's the live forest. We cannot do anything here until we find the axe. We'll try this battlefield to see what it is. Okay, we should have this. Looks like these enemies have scaled up on HP. 310 damage, not enough. In vanilla, I believe these enemies have around 220 HP. So this game also features a mechanic where you can change your ally to an auto command, and then the game CPU will decide what they should do. And while it is flawed in some aspects, it can actually be very beneficial in others. Most notably during certain boss battles, if you toggle your ally's command to auto, they will not actually choose what action to take until a certain point in the round. Whereas when you're on manual, obviously you take your command after you input it. So sometimes your ally will react to a boss's attack. And we got a double level up there. That's ideal. Okay, this is the Tristram recruitment item floor. Or the Tristram item floor, excuse me. The recruitment's right over here. So we're going to pick Tristram up now, because I don't want to skip this item. Ruben is probably better of a combatant right now. Yeah, Tristram's only level 7. And Tristram is not going to be hitting as hard as Ruben was. But finding out what this item is takes priority. I don't care for them much either myself, and they really do look like Sour Patch Kids, don't they? And wow, look at that. Just as I predicted, or had surmised, rather. It was a huge item find here. The Dragon Claw gives us progression, and has a high chance to instantly kill most enemies with its stone attack. Arguably the best weapon in the game. So it's definitely been a myriad with the floor and overworld shuffle so far. But we've got some really good armor, and we've got some really good items. And now we're getting confused, so I'm going to run. Another thing the claw can do for us is it gives us a slight boost to our magic stat. When you have it equipped, it will boost your magic by 5 points. And Tristram's just going to decide to use a white spell there, and okay. That part I said about Tristram not hitting as hard as Ruben, I might have been wrong about that, because I forgot he has white already. And you can see there, that was an insta-kill attack. There were no numbers that came up after that Dragon Claw. We'll gamble here. And yeah, that works. We won some gold there, so now we can buy the Thunder Rock that was way back early in the game. We should be able to handle this battlefield. So on average, your level caps out at about 20 to 23 with this flag set. 23 being on the high end if you took every battlefield and a lot of boss fights. And that's obviously not the best for the Dark King, as the Dark King can end your run very quickly. Also, I need to remember that Tristram has exit. That can save us a lot of time not having to walk out of dungeons. Another level up, nice. Still don't have any seeds, sadly, so we can't use magic. Or we can't refill it, rather. I do have a few magic charges left. So as you can see, the sprite icons for some of these battlefields look different. And I'll explain that shortly. If the battlefield is gray with the swords crossing, that means the reward from defeating the battlefield will be experience points. If it's green with a money bag, it will be GP. And if it is a blue battlefield, that means there's some type of item there. It could be required, it could not be required. But there is an item there if the battlefield is blue. We have a chest to check down here. We cannot get through the Sun Coin door yet. And those are seeds. Okay, that's huge. We are taking full advantage of that one. We have an exit spell. I am getting at least 15 seeds minimum here. This is probably the most significant find yet this run. And it doesn't seem like much really, but in Randomizer it can make all the difference. As those in the community like to say, free seed. Anytime you find early free seeds in a randomizer seed, many will brand that as a free seed. So chat, let's test your Final Fantasy knowledge here. What game is the sprite I am using from? Let's see if anyone knows it. I'm betting some in the chat will know. Okay, that's 18 seeds. That should be enough. Game Boy FF Adventure? I don't actually think it's in Adventure, but you're close. And yes, Skister with the correct answer. Final Fantasy Legend 2. Okay, I need to get back to the other area of the map. I mean, do I want to buy the charm? I don't think it really does much of anything. Other than a slight boosted defense. We'll skip it. Now, the Magic Ring and the Cupid Locket, which are the Tier 2 and Tier 3 items, they offer status resistances, so I will not be skipping on those if we find them. Okay, before I go buying more seeds, let's buy the Thunder Rock first. That's the priority item here. We will need a Gemini Crest to warp to Aquaria from that house. We don't have that. I guess I should go turn the Thunder Rock in right away. There's really no point in skipping it. Okay, yeah, we get an item here. That's right. The tree wither. Wow. This is where the expert logic comes in. Most would not think that there would be an item there from Tristram, especially what could be a required item. And hey, there's the man of the hour, Trenton Jail, in the chat. Admiring your handiwork. Let's turn this in. We have the mega grenade, so let's go dislodge the ship. We also have the Venus key, which will get us a chest at Spencer's place, so this is a double win. Oh yes, it was called Mystic Quest in some regions, that's correct. And the games are quite similar, with enemy sprites and music. Sword and Exit, those are both huge finds. We have the Mobius Crest, so we don't need to bomb here. Normally that chest right there is the Mobius Crest in vanilla. And you have to bomb and do another bomb up north at the lake. So we can actually go to Max ship right now. We have the Mobius Crest. I guess I should do that. There are lots of boxes on Max ship. So we're going to go check that out. This is some really interesting logic going on here. I'm glad I got to showcase a seed like this. And as you can see, there's lots of entrances here at Max ship. Lots of staircases. I want to see if that is a red box up there. It is not. Now we're branching out into a lot of different paths here. This is where I gotta really keep focus on what I'm doing. Okay, there's a loop there. Quake Spell is meh at this point, but I guess it's AoE. We don't have an axe, so we're not getting through there. You need to remember this location. There is another chest here, and there is another staircase up here. They got all the good stuff overseas. They got Final Fantasy V, which is an amazing game that we didn't get in America. And there's the Cupid Locket. That's a very welcome find. That gives us, I believe, 3 types of status resistances. Most notably, Paralyze and Confuse, which is monumental against the Dark King. Okay, that loops back around here. Now we're looping around here. This is where it can get confusing. Still should check some early boxes here. Early being a half hour into the seed already. And that's true, Xanth. They did become available eventually. And we need an axe here. Okay, so let's exit out and come back in. I think there was one path I didn't get to. We checked all those. Second floor. There's a loop. Alright, that's all we can do here until we find the axe. So let's head back to India, and then let's head back to Fireberg. Okay, we've already got both of the items from Tristram, and we have the exit spell. So I think Ruben is going to be the better choice now. We can actually recruit Tristram again from Fireberg Inn, but I don't want to do that. We have a sword now, we can get in here. There's a lot of checks in here, and there's a lot of entrances in here. Yay, seeds. This would have been another good seed chest to find early. Yes, especially given the spell choices that we had, which I showcased earlier. The quest mechanic system in this is really cool. Adds another dimension to an already great game, and a very well done randomizer. I don't have an axe, so I can't hit that switch. This is a good find. We get an item from Ruben here. It's the Wake Water. That opens up some more progression for us. And there's a quest for someone. Very good, very good. That is another loop, isn't it? Oh, man. The seed has my brain looping already. Check here first. And yes, there will be another check now when you see Aryan at Ruben's house. We should have had you on commentary, Trenton. We could have got your token crooning song in. Do I want to mess with Dullahan? No, I don't want to fight Dullahan at level 11. Although we do have heal, and heal can sometimes be used against Dullahan to exploit and make it so he doesn't get a turn. I guess we should try. We're largely underleveled for this fight. Nice music here from Mount Gale. Very climactic. Sometimes going up here will get you a quest check. Does not look like that is the case for this seed. Also, where did my Dullahan go? Oh no, he's invisible. And I didn't save. This could be very, very bad. I've never seen Dolhan invisible before. Oh, that's bad. They multiply themselves. We're in big trouble here. Okay, we have to start using defense strats now. And there's Doom Dance. That's no good. We cannot have Ruben go down. If Ruben goes down, it's over. Yeah, it's over. Can we exploit heal? Oh, no, that did a lot of damage. Yeah, we are in big trouble here. Looks like if Dolhan uses Rapier, that's one of his worst attacks. We have Thunder Resistance, but it's still doing a lot of damage. We have a chance in this fight because it looks like Ruben has rolled high on agility. This is not good. Welcome, Miki Dota with the raid? Yeah. Okay, well, let's see how much damage is done here. Oh, quite a bit. Yeah, that's quite a bit of exploration loss. Oh, that was before I got all my seeds, too. This is what happens when you don't save, see? Although, to be fair, that was pretty rotten, that Dolhan was invisible. Actually, that was really rotten, that Dolhan was invisible. Things that have never happened in practice before are happening now. I've done several dozen practice seeds. That has never been a thing. How did your hardcore challenge go, Iggy? Alright, so I have to try to make up time now. We do have knowledge, that's a good thing. Why would you do me like that, game? Why? Why would you give me an invisible Dullahan? I cannot believe that happened. Just completely threw me off here. Boss enemies should not be invisible under any way, shape, or form. I might have to petition Wildham on this one. Okay, so we got to go dislodge the ship again. I don't believe we found anything too beneficial on the ship. Okay, I need to remember to go and get the Tristram item from the Fireberg Inn, because that is very important. I'm going to clip that one for the VOD. Invisible Dullahan. Cost me anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and save. Because the ultimate troll happened. I thought for sure I had prepared for anything that this flag set could have thrown at me. I was not prepared for Invisible Dullahan. I feel like I'm streaming on my channel now, where the immaculate, the impossible, the improbable seems to happen every stream. We have a phrase for that on my channel. It's called cZardia. Okay, there was nothing here at Mount Gale. We are leaving that Mount Gale. Terrible, terrible Mount Gale. Okay, back to progression here. This is a bad battlefield. These enemies almost always strike first, but they're not doing much damage. Out of spell charges. I don't have as many seeds as I would like now, as I got trolled. What could go wrong during a marathon run? Henceforth, my answer shall always be Invisible Dullahan. We really need some type of confusion resistance. That was a very costly wipe. We don't have the Cupid Locket now either. I think that might have been back at the ship, actually. We got a double level up. Really? These enemies are ambushing too? They must have rolled high on agility. And if Ribbon is missing, then yeah, they definitely rolled high on agility, very high. We still haven't found the free bed either. The free bed is a house in Foresta where it gives you an inn essentially at no cost. That would be really nice right about now. We got to get through all these battlefields. Again, this is our only form of getting experience. This is a low-tier enemy battlefield. We'll have Ruben defend here to save on menuing. Won the cure spell. That's huge. Cure spell is a hype find. Looks like vanilla resistances are what rolled for this seed. So that gives us information for later. Sealed Temple. If you talk to the cloud guy in here, he will actually legit steal 10 GP for a cup of coffee, as he says. Well, here's Kaylee. I guess we should pick her up. And because we have the tree wither, we talk to Kaylee's mom, and then she goes to the level forest to fight the Minotaur. That's a specific flag for this seed. We still don't have Axe. Here's the free bed I was talking about. Now see, because we spammed those refreshers early, we do get the tier 2 Kaylee here. That was a good move. I want to see if this logic is on. It is not. Okay. If you exit out of the Wintry Temple, you can actually access part of the frozen area early that is normally inaccessible. Meteor, that's a high five. And yeah, shout out to Randomax as well for helping out with this marathon. And thank all of you for participating and watching. Hope you're enjoying. May my suffering be the cause of enjoyment and entertainment for many. That is progression. Locked behind the Mega Grenade. Wow, that's interesting. Max chip. And yeah, I said it earlier, the soundtrack for this game is so good, so underrated. Here is the mine. Excalibur and Suncoin, wow. First floor Pazuzu's tower loaded. So some items that are required to finish the game are the Mega Grenade and the Captain's Cap. Captain Mac will not let you sail his ship unless you give him the Captain's Cap. Aha, this boss is also invisible. I'm wise to your games this time. You're not going to catch me slipping twice. This boss will automatically engage you if you walk in front of him. So I came into battle with the Excalibur equipped. Then I switched to the Claw to get increased damage from our spells, because the Claw boosts magic. Excalibur and the Night Sword will actually boost your speed, so you want to make sure you equip that going into any fight, as it can increase the chances of getting a strike first, or decrease the chances of getting ambushed. That also applies to vanilla. Cap's gotta have his cap, like his shield. Where you from, kid? Queens? Brooklyn. Okay, that's a completed quest. I did. I don't believe it was a quest. Save Arian, visit the Chocobo in Windia. Oh, I should have done that. Defeat Ghidra. So we can actually get 3 of Kaylee's quests right now. That might get us a flare spell out of her. I guess I should head back to Mac's ship after this area. Take the battlefields. So we have access to the entire world map at this point. Sub-hour, that's a pretty good feeling. We don't have Phoebe, so we cannot get her item from this location. Gemini Crest, that gets us a warp to Aquaria. Or another potential location. Exit's just so good to have in Randomizer. It can save you so much time. This is a boss battle. You know what? I'll come back here if I have to. I want to get Kaylee leveled up. Doesn't look like there was too much else in this area. And D-pad boss strikes again. Okay, let's go do Kaylee first. I mean, a strong ally at this point means if I do find another boss that we should be able to steamroll it. Hey, what's up, Ant? It's so meta, isn't it? Definitely want to get those seeds. Okay, those were the only seeds there. So back to Firebird. Minotaur is open. I want to do this first, though. To do this, I have to take Reuben. Is this Aquaria? We already have Aegis Shield, so we don't need Venus Shield. Well, there's all of our coins. I did rescue his dad earlier, but then we took that wipe and reset at Dolham, and I hadn't saved. There's the Captain's Cap. Is that Go Mode? I think that is Go Mode. Go Mode 1 hour. Oh, I don't have the wake water. We have to go back for it. Fail. No worries, Trenton. I got distracted, obviously, when I had to take that wipe. Well, Go Mode at an hour feels pretty good. If we had the wake water, I would have been able to save time there at Aquaria. We still do not have an axe. I don't think there's anything at this location. We need to get back to max ship stat. We also need to check the Chocobo. That goes to a loop. Don't have axe. do have a sword now. Need axe there. Where's my axe at? Second floor, and then this goes to the first floor. Okay, that was the main thing I wanted right there. Was the Cupid locket. Oh, that was weird. We were invisible. What is it with invisible things this seed? What the heck? I have that. Suncoin door. Is that technically a shortcut right now? I think it is. I don't really feel like fighting Medusa right now. Alright, let's get to the Fireberg area from Vanilla. We haven't been there yet. I'm going to use a seed here because we have 4 spell charges. This is the advanced enemy battlefield. Hey, what's up, Sensi? Welcome. Need to make sure I have sword equipped going in. It might save us the ambush. No, it did not. So these enemies have rolled high agility. $1991 damage. Wasn't that around the year this came out? That's pretty meta. We got another double level up. Let's go. Good timing there. Nice emotes there, Sensi. So in addition to finding the captain's cap, we also have to find Captain Mac. And in Rando, he could be anywhere. So finding the cap is one thing, then we have to find Mac. Steel Shield. Arrow, that's the strongest black spell. Apollo Helm is an improvement over the Moon Helm. It has the same fire resist, but it gives more defense. Alright, you can see there's an exclamation mark on this battlefield. That means there's something important here. I guess I'll have to use the claw. I'm not doing enough damage to one-shot these guys. We're kind of low on seeds right now. Oh, nice critical hit. That's a rude game. Really? That group got 2 critical hits on us? Excuse me? There we go. We got revenge. We got our own crit. I see. Well, I mean, it's hard to argue with that. Them being the most natural ally. And there's another critical hit. I think I'm getting cheated here, game. 2 completed quests on that one. Nice. So the important item from that battlefield was the quest. Another level up. The leveling has been going very well. One blizzard, that's meh. White is a good spell. It has uses. Gotta take these battlefields. Level 20, we now have 5 charges of wizard magic, which is great. We'll net another level there. That's very good. a low-tier enemy battlefield. We'll take it. Thank you so much, Toad, for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. We're doing Mystic Quest Rando for a battle against childhood hunger. And it has been a Rando siege. We ended up having an invisible Dullahan, and I lost about 5 to 10 minutes because I didn't save, not thinking there was any threat there. Yes, welcome in, everyone. How did your stream go, Toad? This boss should be weak against Axe. The Morning Star from Ruben technically does count as an Axe attack. What's up, Seiko? Welcome, good to see you. Typical seed indeed. I mean, have you ever seen an invisible Dullahan before, Seiko? I know you play a lot of this rando. First time ever. There's Aquaria. Never seen it before. Just me, right? It can only happen to me. And it can only happen during the marathon. Hashtag marathon luck. Still don't have an axe. I can't believe we haven't found one axe yet. Oh, this really sucks here. I don't have the wake water. I had it before I wiped. All right. What's the next play here? We gotta do some warping. I guess that kind of makes up for it, right? Was it the Windia vendor? See how much GP we have. Plenty of GP. Let's finish stocking up on seeds. That was the charm. All right, there's items on the top floor here. I think we got them though. Yes. Need to make sure I haven't missed anything here. Right now we're looking for Captain Mac, as we have to give him the captain's cap to be able to steer the ship. We're technically in go mode. Wait. No axe. This loops. Is that a box over there? Of course you won't show me. There we go. At this point, it's very likely that Captain Mac is behind that wake water. Okay, yes, that is a loop. Ruben recruitment we did. Oh, that invisible Dullahan, I tell you. Can't say enough about it. It just threw everything off. Zuzu, you coward. No axe means we can't hit any of the switches on any of these tower floors. We're on a wild wakewater hunt. I can't remember where it was. Okay, we can do some progression here now. I think this path loops. And that's just the mine, so that's not required. Alright, so that's where we have to find the mine entrance again. Appreciate the remembrance. Pretty terrible spot for it. This is what happens when you get expert logic, see? there's Pazuzu on the 6th floor. Could be the boss fight. Okay, this was Invisible Dullahan. This is where it all got derailed. So that leads me to believe we're at the right location? More seeds, please. There you are, you sandy witch. Okay, back to Firebird. Check the Aryan item. It's the axe. How rude, game. Okay. That opens up some things. Let's go to Aquaria first and see what the Wakewater has behind that. Nice music change. Okay, now we need to get back to Floresta. Yeah, there's a battlefield there with an item. So we've got all the axe checks now. We've got this check coming up here in the unfrozen area. The twin-head wyvern, excuse me, dual-head hydra is also on the table. We're done with Ruben now. We'll take Phoebe. Even though her quests are pretty terrible at this point. Battlefield must take. We might get a level out of this. I doubt it, though. Kaij Temple has Light Temple. I think this is one of the quests, I believe. Yes, that was a quest. Let's make sure that this is not an entrance. Well, right now, it looks like the best ally will be Kaylee. But we still don't know if that Phoebe item might be required. At this point, I think the only required item would be potentially the elixir, potentially the Gemini crest could warp to a point that leads to Captain Mac. Wow, nice axe game. After we already worked hard for the Giant's axe. Life, that's a huge find. Okay, well, we didn't find anything there, so it's looking like it's behind an axe pot somewhere. We need spell charges, so we'll take the free bed. We never went back this way after the mine. That's right, I got distracted. Show me Captain Mac. This is another janky invisible boss. He really has flair now. That's really nice. Burn the squid. Not required. Womp womp. Let's go back and check the mine entrances. There might have been an axe check here. This entrance was dead end. What was here? We don't have Phoebe. Could have to bring Phoebe here. That's a dead end. This is the boss play. Well, we should be able to take this boss now. Could be Captain Mac behind this door. This boss has fire resistance, but Flare will still do the most damage. We're going to play aggressive. We have a strong ally at this point. And that boss definitely rolled low on HP. Another boss battle done. Childhood hunger is being fought. All right, we have to go do some axe checks. The percentage play right now is the Alive Forest, so let's go there first. There's a teleporting old man here for a quest? What the heck? That's kind of sneaky. Time is ticking. We're going to be hard pressed now to hit that 200-hour estimate unless we get moving. We need to find Captain Mac, like, right now. One thing's for sure, Captain Mac is definitely hiding the seed. He is deep. There's a 5th floor. No bird home here. I think he's on the 6th floor. Okay, here's this area. Oh no, this is terrible. Max Dip to Lava Dome. There are so many entrances here, it's not even funny. Oh dear. Seems like it's very windy on Max Dip. Must not be very well insulated. How does this thing stay afloat? That loops to there. Another boss encounter. And Kaylee does not have paralyzed protection. That's bad. This boss also has fire protection, but Flare will still do more damage than anything else Kaylee has right now. Aside from potentially a critical hit with the axe, which is very rare. Alright, what's our background message here? W-O... O... It's whoop whoop. Let's get a whoop whoop in the chat. And yes, the dev did make random messages that show up in the background of this particular scene. That's definitely a bit of a confusing loop. Is this another loop? No, that goes here, okay. Where are you, Captain Mac? Holy moly. Mac must be behind another axe block somewhere. Let's check the other side of this room. Could be in any one of those lava dome entrances we found. Lava dome is not the place you want to see this late in the run when you still have not been there. Okay, so this lava dome loops twice. And then we're at the volcano from the entrance. Oh my goodness, this is getting epic now. And this goes to the rope bridge. We've seen just about everything now except Captain Mac. Wow, there are 3 separate loops in this Lava Dome Volcano Captain Max juxtaposition. Talk about confusing. All right, I think this is another dead end here. I believe we hit every entrance now. So a live forest comes up empty. This, I believe, loops back on itself. There might be another path, or an axe path. Isn't it, Seiko? It's happening again. We had go mode at an hour. But Captain Mac is nowhere to be found. Nowhere. And we still haven't found the switch to that door. He could be behind there. It'll be faster to warp at this point. Was that the mine again? I don't think there's anything that would be behind bosses now. Yeah, this seed confirmed convoluted. Where are all the axe checks? I believe we've seen about 95% of the rooms now, possibly higher. That's a dead end. Still 2 more to check here. Actually, no, there's 3 more entrances to check here. We still haven't seen the upper part of Ice Pyramid. All right, well, that loops to there. And there was another path here. 2 more paths here. This one. That was that check. We did that. This one is a dead end. Wow, this is incredible. Well, we've all but confirmed that it's behind an axe block spot somewhere. Which, in the case of this seed, was the worst thing that could have happened. Time is ticking. Where were all those dang axe checks that we couldn't stop finding earlier? Now we can't find any of them. Was this an axe check? No. I don't want to exit out of here yet. I think this is another thing that happened. We exited out of here and there's still entrances to check. Super trolly example of entrance shuffle here. Good morning, Lyra. Welcome. Okay, well, that's another dead end. Did we have another path to check here? don't think we did. The seed is not going well. We've got under 5 minutes to finish, according to estimate. It has just... Captain Mac is nowhere to be found anywhere. We've seen, I think, every screen except 1 or 2. And there is no sign of Captain Mac anywhere. We got the axe very late, and we had an invisible Dullahan, which cost me anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes because I didn't save, and I couldn't see him. Yes, exactly. This is nothing. Where the heck are all those axe check at? What in the world? Okay, this location is, I think, where we might have progress, finally. Now see, normally 4th floor ice pyramid always goes to 5th floor ice pyramid. Here's an axe check. You're not kidding, Lyra. Seiko was just saying the same thing earlier. And that's a dead end. We're running out of screens very quickly for him to be. There's only a handful left. So wait, if I fall here, does it still go to the 4th floor? It does. I've never seen this before in the rando. I've never seen it go from 4th floor to anywhere else and then to the 5th floor. Now I know you're trolling me, game. And there's that door. If it's behind that door... Oh, we got another boss battle coming up here. This one should be brief. RGL, again, thank you for hosting me. If we need to move the marathon along, that's perfectly fine. I apologize, everyone, for not being able to finish under the estimate. This steed has been absolutely insane. It has dealt me things I've never seen before in this rando. I've been playing this rando for at least 5 or 6 years. The fated day has arrived. This is a dead end. Yes, definitely leagues above that. So at this point, what is left? What have I not checked? I can't say I can think at this point of what would be left. We have seen every screen. Have we got a bugged seed? Bugged seed for the marathon? Rolled dozens of them, no problems. We still have that one last door. The final fated door. If it's there, then I don't feel so bad anymore if it's there. Yeah, we hit all 3 crests in the Great Forest. I believe right now the only thing that's left is the lava dome door that we just unlocked. Which was back somewhere. I won't give up. I'm gonna confirm if this seed is bugged or not. For marathon's sake. But at this point I believe that is the only entrance, the only floor that we have not seen is behind the locked lava dome door. We know Pazuzu would not be required at this point. Won't be on Mount Gale, where Invisible Dullahan derailed this whole run. It is. Normally the bugs are few and far between. Wildham's been really good about it. I should have marked down where that lava door was. But, I mean, what are the chances? I mean, could it really be there? On this day, at this time, for my seed? During the marathon? There's nothing there. Oh, that's just the toll the seed has taken on me. I've got a pad full of notes here. And I thought for sure this would be all I needed, but what in the world is left at this point? Aside from that one lava dome door. I think that is where it has to be. And I've got to track that down now. So is this Spencer's place? Okay, this still goes to Spencer's place. We have to check this location. The seed has already thrown things at me that I've never seen before. Yeah, this is Spencer's place, okay. Where was that dang lava dome door? This warrants many blame shots. I must say I'm stunned. The chances of this happening have got to be millions to one. Millions. Of Captain Mac being behind the lava dome door. I don't think I've ever had a seed where that happened. And I've done thousands of these. The fact I probably last locationed the axe, in addition to other items, I'm certain doesn't help either. As the axe does appear to be required, it was blocking that switch to that lava dome door. Yeah, we dissed Ruben pretty early. Haley's definitely been the carry for this seed. Well, there's not many spots left here, folks. We just got a couple spots left for this lava dome door. I've hit every other spot. Here it is, moment of truth. Max ship B1. We're back to the lava dome. These are a few of the screens we haven't seen yet. This is the third tier tower seed. Let's check up here first. Another tower tier. I thought we'd seen them all. Oh my god, game. Are you kidding me? This is where Captain Mac was, behind the lava dome door? I am disgusted. Why? What has just happened here? The impossible, the immaculate, I bring it to you, RGL. That is so terrible. That is the worst Captain Mac spot I have seen in my life. Well, the good news is this should be a quick finish now. After basically 100%ing Captain Mac behind the locked lava dome door in entrance and floor shovel. I'm definitely giving this seed to Wild Ham and saying, what are the real odds of this happening? If I hadn't had Trash Dullahan invisible, we might have finished below estimate. Let's finish this garbage seed. This is one for the record books, folks. You'll never see that anywhere else. For the remainder of linear time on the Gregorian calendar, there will never be another seed where Captain Mac is locked behind that lava dome door. Looks like Dark King has a paralyze attack. That's not good. Haley's Flare Spell should do work here. Judging by the fact he's not to phase 2 yet, that tells me he's rolled high on hit points. Because that had to happen too, right? Couldn't get a low HP Dark King. Yeah, he's definitely rolled very high on HP. This is what, the 7th or 8th phase now? We're still not into his second phase? Or round, I mean? Finally. And it comes at the worst time, because Kaylee's paralyzed. We have to defend here, or we would have died. That cure spell we found, coming in big there. No, Kaylee, you're not supposed to go first. Turn order can be a real thing in this fight. Gotta play it safe, he's doing a lot of damage. Defend was the right move there again. He's tossing out his strongest attacks. Now see, that time he went first. So auto strats are not going to be viable here. Phase 3. This is where Kaylee's Stone Resist can be really beneficial if he uses a Gold Web. What is this? The Dark King's true form revealed? It was the giant tree all along? No, Kaylee, you used life on the wrong character. Oh, now we're in trouble. Alright, saved. Alright for now, that's good. We have to get a cure phase off here. This Dark King is trolling. Okay, we're at max HP. This is a good place. Don't hit Kaylee. Of course you hit Kaylee. Kaylee uses Blizzard, lol. We used Fear there, but we need to break the confusion. Play defensive again. Kaylee, defense only works if you go first. I mean, if you don't go first, excuse me. Can get a flare off here. That's fine. We have to be curing every round now. Don't hit Kaylee. Of course you hit Kaylee. That's twice now. Kaylee trying to hit us with her axe. Misses. We caught a break there. Thought about getting aggressive there, but we have to play it safe. That's fine. Be strong against Petrify. Final phase. Mountain of HP on this Dark King. A mountain. Or rather, this giant tree. That's fine. Few flare charges left. Still not down. Please let this flare charge do it. Thank you, GG. Goodbye, you terrible, awful seed. Well, it went over estimate. I gave it my best all. You'll never see another seed like this anywhere for Mystic Quest Rando. This was the one. This was the pinnacle. This was the cap of entrance shuffle and floor shuffle. Appreciate the shout. Thank you again, RGL. Once again, apologies about going over estimate. I'm sure we're ready to move on to our next race. Thank you all for watching and supporting Battle Against Childhood Hunger. Hope you enjoyed this showcase of Mr. Quest Rando. It was a banger. Again, thank you so much to our hardworking crew. Fanfare plays. I'm still in shock over that Captain Mac location. I never thought I'd see it. I thought I'd be an old gray man and I still wouldn't have seen that. And here I still have brown hairs on my head and I saw it. But you're all wonderful people and never let anyone tell you otherwise. GG to you all. Thank you for watching.